Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Sorare video, and in this one it's a very interesting one. You probably saw the thumbnail, Fabrizio Romano. In today's video we will talk about the best transfer rumors, and also some of these guys are confirmed to get new clubs this summer, and I think every single one of these guys will smash it. And I have of course founded the most undervalued transfer targets, and there is some insane players there. And we can start off with none other than João Palhinha, which is just incredibly cheap for his prospect in the upcoming years at Bayern München. I have no idea why he hasn't risen more in price, and you could argue that he has been more stable in the past couple of weeks compared to him actually rising in price. And especially in rare, I think the growth has been very slowly, surprisingly. And I think around this time, July 7th, the transfer got confirmed, and we haven't seen he rise that much either. I have of course also picked him up because I believe he will have an amazing season next year. So this is definitely one to look out for. And in terms of his scores, he is playing at Fulham, a low possession team, and getting these type of scores there is just incredible to me. 50 million price tag, you don't need more information than that. He will be so important for Bayern München next season. He will be close to nailed, and he also have international utility. And if we go to limited, 17 euros, and in rare, 100 euros. For me personally, it's a no-brainer, and I think that price is way too fair and way too cheap. So I'm actually tempted to pick up more of him, but I will leave some to you guys, so go out there if you want to purchase him. And also, after you of course need to do your own research on this one, and I just need to put this out there. This is not financial advice at all, but if you're brand new to Sorare, you should definitely sign up to Sorare using the affiliate link. That is financial advice, because you will get 50 euros after buying 5 cards. We both will get benefits. I will link it in the description. But yeah, João Palhinha, like what a guy he is. And also on the pitch, tackling everywhere, like tackles just is flying in everywhere from Palhinha when I watch him play, and it's just incredible to see. I love him as a football player. It's just incredible to see. And the next one will be Amadou Onana, and you probably understand he's a similar player to Palhinha. He just tackles everywhere, interceptions everywhere, duels won everywhere. He's such a fun player to watch, especially as a neutral. When you watch him against Manchester United, it's such a pain because he is so good. And that isn't reflected on his scores for Everton. As I said, Everton is a low block team and a low possession team, so his scores is also reflecting on that. And I think at a club like Aston Villa, which he is currently linked to, I think he will do very well. And also João Palhinha, by the way, is done deal. Amadou Onana is close to done deal, and the price is 11 euros, I mean. And in rare, a little over 50 euros, which is, in my opinion, so fair for him. And he has also international utility for Belgium, which we love to see. And I think he will do very well at Aston Villa. And he's also very young still. And the next one will be a player that has had a lot of controversy over the years. When I've been over on Twitter, I have seen so many people hating on him that he isn't good enough for the Bundesliga, and also why he's starting for Bosnia. I have no idea why, I haven't watched him too much, but this move sounds really legit. He has now done deal to Stuttgart. Yeah, he has risen a lot in price recently, but if he can do similar things to Guirassy, he will be incredible. And we know Hoeneß is so good at getting the best out of a player like Demirovic. I haven't purchased him yet, but I'm very tempted to do it. The only issue with me is that he has risen a lot in price now, and for we saw for Augsburg last season, he was just incredible, getting very good numbers. And I think it was the year before that I owned him, and he got a lot of hate for not putting away his chances. But he seems like a really great player. And yeah, done deal to Stuttgart, so this one is definitely one to monitor. But it's maybe a little bit risky because we don't know if Dennis Undab or Guirassy will leave. But he will either way be a very interesting one to monitor for the upcoming days and weeks and months when it comes to the transfer window coming to an end. And this one is just incredible. If Arsenal can pull this off for, I think it was 40 million or something, it will just be incredible. Euros. Just look at his scores, and for Bologna last season, I watched him a lot. He was so extremely good, and also in the Euros, like he was Italy's best player by a mile, and his AA game is just insane. In rare, he's 189, and in limited, he's also 30 euros, which is very, very fair in my opinion. And in limited, he has actually gone down in price after the close to done deal agreement with Arsenal, which I find really, really weird because, of course, he had international utility with Italy, but also if we go to rare, his price in recent time has gone down, which doesn't make sense to me at all. If he goes to Arsenal, I think he will do incredible, and that hurts to say as a Manchester United fan, so he will be on the list. And the next one will be Daichi Kamada. After the departure of Olise, I think Daichi Kamada could be an incredible signing by Crystal Palace, and I'm just so excited. I have purchased him. I purchased him some days after the announcement, and I think he will be so important for Crystal Palace. And just look at these scores, and he's coming into this Crystal Palace team with a lot of confidence. At the end of last season, he was really, really great, and the price tag is of course a free transfer, so we won't have any pressure on him, which we love to see. He's also coming in at in limited 7 euros and in rare 50 euros, which I think is very, very fair for a Premier League midfielder that may be on set pieces and may be so influential next season. And the next one will be Joshua Zirkzee. He is close to done deal, or 100% done deal, from Bologna to Manchester United, which we love to see. I haven't purchased him yet, but I'm so close to doing it because I have a Manchester United collection, and I think he will do very well. I don't think he will do as well as many will predict he will do, but I think he will be a backup to Rasmus Højlund for the start of the season and then closely get into the team. And I don't think there will be too much pressure on him because we already have Rasmus Højlund, so I think he will have the perfect role for a new player to a new league, and he's also still very young, so I am very, very excited to see him being in a Manchester United jersey next season. And if he can replicate some of these scores and push up his AA performances, he will also be very, very good on Sorare, I'm sure of. And yeah, very, very interesting signing by Ineos, their first signing, and hopefully this goes well. And the next one is Saul, and this one is a very, very cheap one if you go to the price. A little over €1 in limited and a little over 15 euros or 15 euros in rare, or a little over 10 euros. And the reason for me going for him is that he's going away from Atletico Madrid to Sevilla, or I think it's almost a done deal. And yeah, his scores is very, very bad, but that is at the Atletico Madrid team, which non-Atletico Madrid players gets good AA performances beside Antoine Griezmann, I mean. And that just occurs to me, when he moves, he may get a completely different AA performances on Sevilla, because his role will most likely completely change from what it was at Atletico Madrid. And for that price, low risk, and also mid to high reward, because we don't know how good he will do at a new club as Sevilla. But I think he will have a different role. I think he will have a lot more to do, because at Atletico Madrid it's just weird, because every single player there has such a bad AA, because they are instructed to give away a lot of fouls and not have that much possession, and when they have the possession it's a very, very weird type of way, long balls over the top, a lot of possession lost for the midfielders. So Seoul is definitely one to look out for, and especially a very, very good budget option that could just smash it next season. Rafael Varane, next one, Como, done deal, the new Serie A team that is meaning business this season, and this one gives me a lot of excitement. I had him in rare for a long time ago, and this gives me a lot of confidence in the signing, and also that if we go to rare, his price only 20, this is a steal, a little over 20 euro in rare, but in limited close to 10 euros. What is that? That is insane. The limited price is slowly and steady going up to the rare price. So especially in rare, a hidden gem for sure for next season. Close to done deal, he will be 100 or 1000% nailed. And we know how good he can be. If you go to all-time scores, when he isn't injured, he can get you those really, really good scores. So we love to see that. And the next one will be Kasper Schmeichel, and I think he will smash it. But I think this is the worst time to purchase him, because he probably have only 1 or 2 seasons left in his career. But he will move from Anderlecht to Celtic next season. He will be the new Celtic goalkeeper, which is a little bit concerning for their recruitment team. But still, it's a very, very interesting one to monitor, because he's a very, very good goalkeeper, and especially in the Euros, he was outstanding in my opinion. So when you go to his SO5 scores, yeah, we know how good he can be, and Celtic is such a dominant team, and there is a lot of Celtic managers over here on Sorare, and that has of course reflected in his price. But especially in rare, I don't think this price is that unrealistic to get for a player like Schmeichel. But in terms of his price, yeah, wow, he has just skyrocketed up in price, and now he has dipped a little bit. He was close to 60 euros at one time, and if we go to his rare price here, yeah, he has just skyrocketed in price, because there is a lot of Celtic fans out over here on Sorare that will definitely look to get him in the soon future. But of course, when the new cars are minted, I think this price will slowly go down, but I still think he will smash it at Celtic next season. And the next one, I wanted just to end off with Anthony Martial, because if he gets a move away of Manchester United that is covered by Sorare, he's just a guy to put out 80s, 90s and 100s when he's fit, because he's such a good player. And unfortunately he had a lot of injuries last season, but he is set to leave Manchester United. 5 euros in limited and also 40 euros in rare is a risk you are willing to take, because I think he could actually be very, very good for next season. So this one, as I've said before, definitely one to monitor, and a very, very interesting one for sure. And yeah, that was all the players. Leave in the comments, have you any transfer targets that you think will completely smash it? And because I'm also currently on the market looking at new players to boost my different teams for next season, so that would mean a lot if you would leave that in the comments. But for now, my name is Sorare, and I'll catch you next one. Bye bye and take care. Peace.